Welcome, everyone. You are about to embark on a journey through the universe as you indulge in this extraordinary essence of enlightened, empowered, evolved. Let the show begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just in time. Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, where we educate, motivate, and liberate you through enlightening dialogues, empowering music, and evolving content. I know everyone's doing well, and everything is unfolding perfectly. I am so excited yet again because my next guest is a best-selling author, breathwork facilitator, Reiki master, energy healer, and coach. Without further ado, allow me to introduce to you Maz DelaCerna. How are you doing today, Maz?
I'm great. It's Friday here in Australia, so good vibes. Thanks for having me on, Loot.
Absolutely. And I just want to say that I believe that time is one of our most precious assets. And for you to choose to spend some of your time in the history of your timeline here with me on Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, I just want to extend my sincerest gratitude. Thank you for being here at this present moment with me.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Yes, yes. So let's just get right into it. So let's just start with this. You're a best-selling author. Give us a little insight, framework around you being a best-selling author. How'd that come about? And then give us a little insight on your book and all that at the end. Where can we find it? Everything. Just
So, where do I start? I think, like most authors, it's always been in the back of your mind where I'm going to write a book, I'm going to write a book. And over the years, I think I attempted 3 times, but it obviously wasn't the right story or the right message, or I had more life to live. And it never quite finished or even got a quarter of the way through all 3 attempts.
right.
And then I actually came out of a very toxic relationship.
Mm,
And that was after being single for 5 years, leaving
right,
yet another toxic relationship,
right,
going 5 years deep into healing and being like, how did I get here again? And then after that relationship, I guess I broke a lot of past life cycles, generational. It was massive. It was very karmic, one of those relationships where it's like twin flamey, very karmic, like too many synchronicities, too many. It was meant to be. But
right.
after I broke that cycle, I guess I got pushed into what I was resisting. And that was helping people with trauma. I always had that
Mm,
within me, but I didn't want to go there because had all the excuses. I'm an empath. I feel everyone's emotions too much. I would be so depressed hearing everyone's problems every day. Like, no, no, no. But then after that happened, this fire just lit within me because I'd spent so much, like, I'd spent almost a decade in healing and then 5 years single, specifically healing the toxic cycle that I was in. I'm like, how did I
right.
get here? And I was just like, I can't stand this pain and I don't want anyone else to feel this pain. And then that's where my book, I Deserve Better, came to
Oh,
be. Um,
I
at that,
deserve better.
I Deserve Better, the
Better.
real and raw
Wow.
truth.
Powerful, excuse me for my interruption, but powerful title, I must add. Go ahead, Maz.
Thank you. But yes, that book that was birthed in the midst of my heartbreak, should I say.
Mm,
Um, and at that time, I was working part-time as a mindset coach,
right,
full-time in another job that had nothing to do with the industry now that I'm in. But yeah, I think through that time, I guess my gifts started coming to life and getting reactivated, should I say again. I was remembering why I was here.
right,
A lot of craziness, should you say? Well, it's not really craziness, but the beautiful rebirth.
right.
And in that book, I guess I wrote it over 7 or 8 nights within a month. It was all
Mm,
channeled. It
wow.
was all channeled and just flowed through, and the
You got a
message was
download.
clear.
Yes.
Yeah, constant stream spirit helped me write a message
Right.
that needed to be shared to help as many people that was also stuck in these toxic cycles.
Right, right. And allow me to interject for a bit and please don't lose your train of thought. Yes, I think that is a very powerful thing to highlight, from my perspective as well, including myself, has been through, a lot of trauma, and at times would have loved to have a manual, so to speak, to help me get through that. And I honestly know now that's why extraordinary individuals like yourself go through these things. It may not seem like it at the time. It's not for you to get to the other side and complain, but to get to the other side and then have a vantage point to look and to see what you've learned, and you're stronger, you're more resilient, and you can share that knowledge and wisdom of how you are still here after going through these adversities. And that is amazing. And that will never get old. Life is cycles, and we all go through things. So just to have, I know that I believe and I know that a lot of our purposes are to help other people from through the experiences that we encounter. So that's absolutely amazing. And you have it written down, uh, in instructional manual, which is your book, and that is amazing. Go ahead, Maz. I just had to
Oh,
elaborate on that.
no, definitely, definitely. It's like our initiation, right? A
Right.
lot of us that are here to help others, because essentially that's what we're all doing, helping each other's rise, grow, evolve, ascend.
Mm,
We have to go th through the dark to find the light, right? And it can
right.
get really, really, really tough.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
yeah, then yeah, my book was born, that came out. And then not long after that, it debuted as an Amazon bestseller, and it actually ranked next to two of my favorite authors. So next to Brene Brown and Esther Hicks.
Oh,
I
I
was
love
like, oh
Esther
my
Hicks.
gosh,
And
yes.
congratulations, by the way. That is you should be very proud of yourself. That's amazing, because you've tapped into your purpose, and for you to be rewarded like that, uh, following your purpose and your passion, that's an unequaled feeling. So that congratulations to you. Yeah, I love Esther Hicks, Abraham
Yes.
Hicks, Esther Hicks. Yes,
Yes. It was a great milestone. Thank you.
right. So,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
oh no, and then yeah, I suppose from that book it just pushed me into my purpose of where I am now. So yeah.
Right.
Sorry, what were
So
you gonna
yeah,
say?
we want to go into where you are now. So, but I want to highlight. So, when was your book released?
I'm so lost in
Some
years. I
time
feel
ago.
like this
Okay,
year's already
where
been
can we
20
find
years.
it? Where can we find it?
Yeah, you can, it's all in bookstores, but you can look it up on Amazon. It's probably the easiest one. I
And
deserve
in the
better.
title again,
I deserve better.
I Deserve Better by Maz DelaCerna.
DelaCerna. Perfect.
Yes. Your name is in lights, and I know that feels good. Do you have any plans on writing any more books?
I did start a second, but then my career took off working as a energy healer and coaching people through trauma that
Let's get into
I've had,
that.
yeah, I've
It's
spent
flowing into
the
that. So give us a little insight, framework, around that, around you being, energy healer, breath facilitator, Reiki master, coach. Just give us some insight on that, on your perspectives and how you work, and yeah, just whatever you want to share in regard to all of that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought my purpose was to write and share messages and inspire people through my writing. But I think that was me still hiding my light and what I was really here for.
Right.
Um, and after the book was born, I guess my career changed from being a mindset coach, and I end
Mm,
up going full time as a healer, helping people through their traumas. So essentially, they could become their best version of themselves, start manifesting the lives that they desire, and plus tap into a higher consciousness and, raise
mm,
their frequencies.
right.
Um, and the last 3 years, I have like literally been booked out 6 months in advance that I have
Wow.
stopped doing one-on-ones now, and I just focus on retreats and events and group online coaching
Wow.
and whatnot. So yeah.
Congratulations again. You see, that is so amazing when we really tap into our purpose and get out of our own way. And the path that leads us to our passions and purpose is not always easy. And most of the time it's not, because it shapes us into the type of person, you know, the 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 path shapes us to who we're becoming, and a powerful tool for our own self, as well as an asset to other people. And that's just amazing that you are manifesting, you are drawing this success in your experience, as well as, when I say success, I mean, you know, uh, not only just monetary, but just everything that's aligning with your inner peace, your harmony, your balance. And that to me is success. It's just, and even just following your passion to me is success. Just following it,
Mm-hmm.
unwavering, and just tapping into your purpose, no matter what it may or may not look like. And in your case, it looks absolutely beautiful, because you are attracting all these opportunities to the point where you have to turn away, and focus on, you have the choice to focus on certain elements, and discard the other one, or put on hold other elements for right now. So that is absolutely amazing. Yes.
I'm very, very grateful, especially from where I used to be, um,
Right.
to where I am now. Definitely
Right.
very, very grateful. Yeah.
And I like how you said that, where I used to be. And I want to elaborate on that a little bit. Where we used to be, basically, it's just something to observe. We're no longer there. We don't have to stay there. We don't have to connect ourselves to who we used to be anymore, only just to basically make observations. And that's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I use my past for. I don't use my past as a place to hold myself to there, um, only to gauge, like a gauge, as to how
Mm-hmm.
far I've come and how far I've changed, and you know where I've evolved and things like that, but never to put myself or allow anyone else to continually to remind me or to try to hold me to where I was or where I used to be or anything like that. No.
No, definitely. I think it wasn't too long ago I shared a video about that, about using the past and remembering a time when you're on your knees
Mm,
where you really didn't think you were going to see the light, and using
right.
that as that inspiration to remind you of how far you've come and how you made it through.
Right. Right. That's yes. And that's how you motivate yourself, really.
Hmm.
We're
Yeah.
in my perspective, we are our own. Now it is uh an asset for other people to motivate us, like watching this podcast, you know, will motivate, but it should inspire you to motivate yourself, because to me, we are our best cheerleaders. We're our best motivators, you know. Other
Hmm.
people can inspire us, but to inspire us to turn on our own light, because we all have it. So it's amazing. It's amazing. So you are also, so let me ask you this. So you mentioned you work with retreats. So how does that work? I mean, you put on your own retreats, and how can people find that, find out about it? Do you have a website or anything, or a place that people can check into those retreats? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, my next retreat is in Bali. That has sold
Mm,
out.
wow.
I have that will be in July, but I later in the year I'm going to run a Vietnam one. Actually,
Mm,
I skipped a part.
wow.
My next retreat is a couple of weeks here in Australia, because I'm now training people to do what I do.
Mm,
So it's my first facilitators retreat, and then I have a healing retreat in July. But
in
for
Bali.
people, yeah, Bali and then Vietnam, and I
Amazing.
travel full time now, so
And
very blessed.
let me just pause you right there. It's just amazing how things happen, because my wife and I were talking about going to Bali this year, and
Oh,
also we watched the cooking channel a lot, right? So there was a segment that we were watching. Can't recall the name of the program, but it was traveling around to different places, and one of the places they went to, was Vietnam, and how
Oh, that's
amazing
beautiful.
the food and the cuisine and the people were. And we said, yeah, we have to go there. So
You
that
have
is
to. That's your
absolutely
sign.
amazing. Yes, I want to go to Vietnam. I want to go to Vietnam. I want to go to Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah, just I love uh, trying. I love different cultures, and I love different foods from different cultures.
Mhm.
I love trying different things. So it's amazing. Yes, yes.
Yes, I think that's your sign. Southeast Asia is beautiful, beautiful. I think that is your confirmation.
Right.
Go and
That
do it.
is. See, I couldn't make that up. And when I go back and watch this, when we watch this, yeah, that's what we said. Both of those places. So that's amazing. So how do people in the future? So how do people find out about your retreats?
Yeah, my main form of social media is my Instagram page,
Okay.
Lil Miss Maz, or I do have my website, mazdelacerna.com as well.
MazDelaCerna.com, and it has all the information about your retreats and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So you put these retreats together yourself, or you have a mastermind team?
I put them together myself, and then I
Oh,
have
wow.
facilitators that assist
Facilitators
me.
assist you.
Yes.
Yes, yes. That
Mhm.
is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna have to pick your brain probably later on how to put things like that together, because that's in my swirling around in my mind to one day put together some type of retreat somewhere, and I need to know the information on how you do go about doing that, like how you go about booking the place, and how you go about, booking each slot and how many slots. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you one of these days and find out more on how to do it.
Beautiful. That's probably your confirmation again to go that path.
Yes,
Do the
because yes,
retreats. Yeah.
I've interviewed so many amazing people that have retreats and wellness centers and things like that. And I'm like, whenever I hear it, I'm like, that sounds like something I want to do.
Mm.
So yeah, amazing. So I don't want to keep pushing it off into the distant future. I want to start uh, gathering at least the intel and the information in regard to how to do it, and start writing that stuff down. Like, okay, okay, yeah. So that's absolutely amazing. So you were also, I read that you were on several uh, network television channels. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Um, yeah, I have been featured in some major publications and on TV and that, especially when my book came out, and also when was my I remember being on Channel 10 here in Australia.
Mm.
I think it was Channel 10, Studio 10. Yes, it was Channel 10
Yeah,
in the morning show.
you movie stars forget where the channels that you're on. I understand.
uh, I'm not a movie star, but
One day I hope to have that problem that I can't remember what channels that I'm on.
oh gosh, first world problems. Uh, but yeah, I know I was on there because of the story of how I used to live on the streets as a homeless teenager and was a drug addict. And then um, I end up being a sponsored bikini competitor and turning my life around. But that was even well before what I'm doing now, which I actually think what I'm doing now is way more rewarding and way more purposeful for the collective. Um,
Mm,
than just being someone that lost 30 kilos, went from drugs, and changed my own life. I think it's more impactful when I'm now helping other people transform and change their lives. So,
that's amazing, and we don't even have to get into all that. But just from what you shared, absolutely amazing. And that's why I'm thankful I'm in the mindset that I have now, because when I hear about the hardships and the things that people have been through, even if they were self-imposed, which oftentimes they are, but there's reasons behind it, and we never know what the battle is with someone and why someone decides to do something, and why they're addicted to this and that. We never know their battles. So I am in a place where I don't judge, but what I do see is inspiration, especially in a testimony to other people, that no matter where you are, how bad it is, homeless, you can get out of that. Drugs, you can get
mhm.
out of that. Alcohol, you can get out of that. You can evolve. It's never the end of the road. So that's amazing. And you are a shining light and an example of that. So that's amazing. You're putting on these retreats where you're traveling around the world. You have to turn away certain opportunities because you have too much, so to speak. You're a best selling author, and you were here at one point. So yes, I'm convinced that we, and when I say we, everyone can do whatever they set their mind to. You just have to
Oh,
get out of your own
definitely.
way, and you're an example of that.
Definitely. And I feel the biggest block for a lot of people, which was mine too, is we put our dreams and the dreams that have been planted into our hearts and souls up on a pedestal that it
Mm,
seems like it's almost impossible or it is impossible. And by
right,
doing so, we are delaying the inevitable because
right.
our those dreams that we've been given, they're there for a reason. Like there
Mm,
are clues to
right,
our purpose, there are clues to our path, but we tend to put it on a pedestal and be like, oh, that seems so hard, that seems so far away, that's not going to happen. Look where I am now. I don't
right,
know how. We don't need to know all that, but following
right.
those little nudges and clues definitely helps. And I
See,
think,
you just said something, excuse me again, but I just want to highlight this. You don't need to know every step at one time. You don't need to know the how. Just follow, like you said, those little nudges. Each step will illuminate. Go there and just wait for the other one. And it will. And before you know it, you're like, wow. You don't have to stress yourself out by saying, well, how and what are, just little steps. Just like when I spoke with you, when I just mentioned to you, start finding out how you put these retreats on. Because once
mm-hmm,
you start, to me, in my perspective, once you start engaging in that energy and moving in that
mm-hmm,
direction, things will open up. Things will
mm-hmm,
open up. And I can share that in regard to this podcast. As I start moving in that direction, as I start saying, hey, I want to be uh, a podcast host and be sort have this like journalistic, thing about me. I just start taking that on and reading books, revolving around it and watching other people but having my own unique, applying my own uniqueness. But it's opened up. Now I have just people from all around the world, and I'm grateful. Yeah, I'm not saying that to brag, but just to give context to everyone. I would have never thought that a few years ago, that I would be speaking to people from all corners of the world, having these conversations. It's amazing how things
mm-hmm,
open up, and how when you tap into that energy and you release that doubt, or if you do have that doubt, you get out of it, as soon as possible, and just move forward. You're powerful. Everybody is. And it's just amazing. And just engaging with you today, it's just, I never get bored of it. It's part of my purpose to just learn from other people, engage in these dialogues that are positive and inspiring and encouraging. It's just amazing. And you can't put a price on that,
no.
following your path and your purpose. And at the same time, I will say this: when you do follow your true path and purpose, you will be rewarded and achieve abundance in all different ways.
And the
You know,
universe just conspires to help you along the way when you are following your purpose. It's magical.
it is magical. It is.
Mm.
And that's why, I can look at things that are said, like I was just talking about Bali and Vietnam, and it makes me happy, but it doesn't surprise me anymore. It doesn't surprise me anymore. You know, I speak to people all the time, and something I was just thinking about, they're talking about it. Something I just said, they're talking about it. So I've gotten past that shock anymore. I know exactly, you know, a bit about how the universe works, how flow works, how uh, non-attachment works, how, just observing works, how, you know, just amazing, affirming things, visualizing, just so much, so much. I know a bit about it. So
Well,
that's
you know,
absolutely,
that's when you're in alignment, when you're seeing all the signs and synchronicities, right? That's your confirmation.
absolutely. I couldn't say it anymore. But Yes, before we conclude this segment, are there any other things that you would like to share? Any ideas, any, you know, insight that you want to say or inspiration, anything, anything you have going on that you wanted to showcase or share that I
No,
didn't
I
touch
think
up on?
I honestly just feel what I would like to share is just to elaborate more on what we were just speaking in. And regardless of whoever's listening out there, regardless of where you are in this situation, in your current situation, no matter what your reality looks like, what's around you, how you're feeling inside, like you can always get better. You really, really can. And I'm not the only person that has changed their life for the better, regardless of where they were at.
Right.
There's so many people tapping into this potency. And the thing is, we are all divine beings.
Mm,
We all have the gift to manifest, and that is our birthright. We've all just forgotten how powerful we are. And the moment we just start listening to our hearts and our souls, even though there is the fear and the doubt, but those little nudges that your intuition, your higher self is nudging you and calling you to do, even if you don't want to do that thing, I promise you, if you continue doing that thing that you get pulled to do, just step by step, that's why you don't need to know the how. You get told the how.
mm.
And then every
Yes.
little yellow brick gets put in front of your path one after another. And then all of a sudden the path is unfolding for you. And
Right.
then you're literally living in your manifestation, what was once something you put on a pedestal that you thought was impossible. And anyone can do this. So I encourage everyone listening, if there is that little voice within you that is telling you to do something, or don't do something, or go this way, or try this, or sign up to that, or whatever that little nudge is, to just do it, and keep doing it, and keep listening to that voice, because I promise you, your dreams will become a reality if you just do that. And I think that's what I want to share.
Wow. Very encouraging to me, and I'm sure to countless others. Thank you very much, Maz, for eh, gracing us with your presence, with your amazing energy, with your insight. Also, everyone pick up that book. Again, the title,
I deserve better.
I Deserve Better. Make it a bestseller again and again and again. So, I'm not sure if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, go on Amazon, pick that up. And yeah, also, yeah, click the link, go check the description of this segment and check out Maz's links to her website. And yes, absolutely amazing. And I appreciate everyone for spending their time here and just checking out my podcast and just sharing some of your attention, your energy with me and the amazing guests that I am so thankful to attract on this platform. Thank you. Be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, whatever uh, streaming service, YouTube, wherever you're watching and or listening, hit that like button, subscribe button, share it, help the platform grow and help get these amazing messages out there. Help to elevate and enlighten humanity, the planet. Yes, yes, amazing. Check out the Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved website at 333empower.com. And yes, until next time, see you soon. Love and appreciation to everyone. Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved.